Assalamu alaikum, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Today it's your girl Amanda, and I am back with another video. This is something real that a lot of us women we struggle with. This is a must-have, a must-listen to, must-watch. Baby, sit down, grab your snacks and your popcorn, your dinner, eat, and relax. Because I'm about to tell you some real spill that we all need to hear. Before we continue with the video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now let's get on to the video. I came across this video on TikTok, and this is what inspired me to create this video in the first place. Let's go ahead and have a look.
I first went to college, I immediately got in a relationship, and it was my first adult relationship and stuff. So it was cool, fun, we doing adult stuff, we got our own place and stuff like that. Eventually realized the relationship wasn't that damn happy for as long as I was in it. And I realized so many people end up in relationships just because it's well, we already did a month, we just celebrated 1 month, we might as well stick another month. I gave him 4 weeks, I gave him 4 months. I don't want to throw all of that away just off of one mistake or one issue, or maybe I didn't like his tone when he said that, or I didn't like how he talked to me, or I didn't like how he dealt with that situation, or anything. And I'm 18, putting up with stuff that you don't have to put up with. And I feel something my mama always told me was, don't be holding on to that man because you think he gonna be a better man for somebody else. When I eventually left him, probably 3 years later, a baby, all of that extra stuff, when I could have left as a freshman in college, they had all my shit together, all the boys in the yard, Milkshake bring the boys to the yard, I could have had anybody I wanted, I had celebrities in my DMs, I had it all going on, which I still do, but now I have it all going on with a baby, and it's a more mature life. It's life ain't just fun as it used to be and as free as it used to be. But in my head, I was always but we're pretty decent, we're kind of happy, and I'm not about to let nobody else enjoy my happiness. No, I'm not about to let him go and be with somebody else and he ends up in a league, or I ain't about to give nobody else my happy ending that I've been building with this family, an episode of acrimony basically. But then 3-4 years later, when I eventually leave, I should have did 4 years ago at the beginning, this nigga in the same position. I done doubled my life, tripled my life. I done doubled my salary. I have my own 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. I pay all my bills. The finances is coming in. My child does 3 extracurricular activities, and I take care of everything. She has everything she needs. And
a man can either be your biggest downfall or one of your biggest upgrades. The man you choose is either building you up or breaking you down. There is no in between. Choosing your life partner is one of the most important decisions that you'll ever make. And you have to know who and what you're getting yourself into. As you can see in the video clip that we just watched, she told her story about the situation with the father of her child. I want you guys to keep something in mind. The shaitan will come to you in whispers. And that waswas can get to us, especially when we are in our weak moments. We all, as human beings, we all want companionship. We all want someone to love us and to accept us for who we are. We all want someone to tell us we matter and to care for us and to be there for us. And understand something, baby, that you are worthy of that. You are enough, and you will get that in your life, inshallah, if you haven't already. But there has to be some things that are set in order before you choose someone as your life partner. Stop yearning for a relationship and fill in that void that's in your heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you are constantly alone or constantly working on yourself in private, there can be times where you feel okay, where's the husband? Where's my wife? Where's the husband? For the man, they could be where's my wife? Women, they could be where's my husband? Where is my other half? 2 halves, they make a whole. But 2 wholes, they make a legacy. You understand? Who you choose as a partner, it's not just something as oh yeah, he's cute and I like him, and this is something where this is your legacy. Your name is attached to someone else's name. When you choose to marry someone, when you choose to lay down with them and pick them out of everyone else, it's sometimes, and this is for my younger audience, when we are young and we want a relationship and we want to be with someone, if you want to get that feeling away, the best way to do that is to fast. Fast for 3 days and try that. Number 2, fill in that void in your heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Read more Quran. Instead of scrolling on social media, instead of falling into the trap of being on social media for majority of the hours of your day, use that time to actually benefit yourself in the future. You know, whether you make money on social media or not, you want to take care of your heart, right? You want to make sure that you're constantly remembering Allah. What you do is for the sake of Allah. Decision making should be benefiting you in this life and in the next, inshallah. My thing is, if you want to get married, you can get married. Let's be honest. There's people who want to marry you. Like, there's people out here who are willing to marry you that you know right now. It's not like you don't have any options. You have options. You're just choosing not to choose that person for a reason. Okay? So that means that you have that strength within you. But do not get too weak to the point where it's like, okay, anyone. You know, okay, I'm ready to get married. Okay, he has this, he has that, he looks like this, he looks like that. Okay, yes, I'm ready to get married. No. Choose someone who will actually help you in your faith. The faith that a man has is the number one quality that you should be looking at when you are deciding who to spend the rest of your life with. How much Quran does this man know? What can he teach you about Islam? How can he benefit you? Is he the type to lead you in the prayer, or is he not praying at all? We have to take these things into consideration. Even me, this was something that I experienced. I kept feeling like in my heart that, oh, I'm ready to get married. I want to have a relationship. I want to get married. I want to get married. But in reality, what I needed was to get closer to Allah. Like, my heart needed healing. And that is the case majority of the time when we are super young and ready to get married. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I am not against young people getting married. If anything, I think that is the most beautiful thing in the world. And if I could have that, I would love that. But it and if anyone could have that, then mashallah, Allahumma barik. I hope it works out for you. Wallahi, like, that is one of the greatest things. But that's not the case for every single person. Like, let's be honest. There's some people who are in their 30s or 40s still not married, never been married, never been engaged or anything like that. There is a video that I've seen by Omar Suleiman where he talked about how marriage is like risk. Some people have it in this life and some people don't. And there's also something called incomplete marriage, where people can be still married for 20 plus years or however long, and they are not happy. You know, they might be sleeping in separate rooms. They may not be together, but they're still married to the public. And that if that is not what you want, then you have to be very selective and very careful with who you are choosing as your life partner. And one thing I am a big believer in is become the best version of you and let your partner match that. If you know there are certain qualities that you lack, let's say you can be a little bit more consistent and stop people pleasing. Get yourself together before you're out here looking for a man to come complete you. Broken homes, that's a big thing. The shaitan is happy when a family is broken apart. When a woman and a man get divorced and they have self-love to where you take care of yourself in private where no one is looking. To have enough self-love where you know that you're not ready for that right now, so you work on yourself. Have enough self-love to walk away from the red flags that a man is showing you. Let's be honest now, no one is perfect and everyone has, you know, a few red flags. My red flag is I'm too good to be true. I'm joking. But let's be honest though, no one is perfect. Everyone has a flaw or something that they can work on within themselves to become a better person. We as women, when we just want to get married, we just want to get settled down and we're just ready for that, we can look past those flaws, and every single time that happens, it comes back to bite us. Like, babes, you seen that from the beginning. Why didn't you just walk away? And you have to understand that who you share the rest of your life with is a big deal. This is your legacy. You understand? This is your name, your family's name. This is your heart. This is your faith. This is you as an individual and someone else. You know, you're giving someone else you, in a sense, you know. Although nobody belongs to no one and we all belong to Allah, being vulnerable and opening yourself up to someone who we don't even know like that, you know. Sometimes it depends on the situation. There's many different situations. You cannot be focused on yourself if you're focused on everyone else. Be the best that you can be. My beautiful sister, you are gorgeous, you are smart, you are enough, you are worthy, you are a major success in the making, you are doing great things in your life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees you, you see yourself, and you need to know you are enough right now. There is no man that can come complete you. You have to be whole within yourself. And remember that we will be buried alone. We're going to be buried alone. But true love does exist. Your partner does exist. The one that is written for you and meant for you does exist. Believe that, understand that, and know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. If someone is not in your life right now, that does not mean they won't ever be. Continue working on yourself. Continue loving yourself. Continue treating yourself with the best treatment that you deserve. If someone comes into your life, they have to add to you, not take away from you. Be the best you can be because you are worth it. There has to be standards and boundaries set when you're dealing with any person in your life. Once you let a person get too comfortable, there's no coming back. Like, there's absolutely no coming back. They just have to go. So to avoid these negative situations, we must love ourselves, love Allah, and be patient until the man comes. Although it's easier said than done, it is possible. To my good sister who has been waiting to get married, to my good sister who has been seeing how it's easy for everyone else and is questioning herself on why it's not happening for her, you are enough. And your husband is waiting for you. He's gonna come, babes. He's gonna come. Believe it. The only way your husband will come to you is if you pray and you ask Allah for it. You can't say, oh, I made dua and I'm waiting and it's been years and it's been this and he still hasn't come. No. This is disliked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You want to pray. I'm telling you, prayer works. You know this. We know this. The difference from that we feel within our hearts after we pray, the signs that we receive, the blessings and barakah that we get in our life, this is not from us. Our creation, this is not from us. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there's any blessing, any goodness that you want in your life, it is possible and it can come for you. Whether you have been widowed, whether you have been divorced, whether you've never been married, it's possible. But it can only come when you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Continue making dua. Make sure you have a close relationship with your Lord. Think about when you get married. When you get married, your time is going to be to that person. Your emotions, your energy, you as a person will be attached to someone else. You want to make sure before that happens, your heart is in a good standing. You and your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in a good standing. Don't be angry or mad or question Allah on why you're not married right now. But trust His plan. Trust His plan and don't give up, my beautiful sister. Don't give up. Our Lord, my Lord, our God is capable of all things. When something is meant for you, it will never miss you. Focus on the present and where you are right now and just make dua. Make dua. Pray to Allah because He cares about you. He loves you. He created you. He wants the absolute best for you. He loves you more than anyone on earth could ever love you. So why question why you're not married? Why question His plan? Once we develop ourselves spiritually and continue praying and continue doing good for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's pleasure, you're on the right path. Your husband will come, sister. Don't give up on him. The best thing for you to do in this time while you wait for your husband is to work on yourself, let go, and make dua. Why not have the best relationship with God, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while you can? See, I think we get deluded sometimes and we forget our true purpose on earth. Whether it's our job, whether it's what we do, we're here to worship and praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the Quran it says, I did not create jinn and humans except to worship me. So worship Allah in everything you do. You getting married, your union, the intention, of course you love Him. So you can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala together. It's bigger than just us and our desires and what we want. Focus on Allah, focus on yourself, build yourself, be the best you can be, and be patient. Just watch. Just watch what's going to come into your life. It's not just going to be just any man, no. This is going to be the man of your dreams. The man that you've been praying for, the man that you've been asking for. Get very specific in your du'as on what you want in your man. Love you all. Yes, that's pretty much it for this video. I feel like so many sisters need to hear this because it's true, it's real, and it's not easy. It's not easy. We're women. We want our companionship. Adam had Eve. Baby, where's my Adam? And I feel you, Sister Trust. You're not alone. A lot of us feel like this. Thank you all for tuning in to today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Baby, this was from the heart. So subscribe and like and comment. How do you guys like the hijab? Yes, inshallah, we're going to bring the Modal collection to Soul Royalty very soon. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Allahumma barik.